pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Why should we all be offended when people use the word democracy to describe America? It's actually not a democracy. It's a constitutional representative republic. The ideal of democracy is universal equality, while a republic champions individual liberty. In a democracy, majorities are free to impose their will upon the few. In a pure or rank democracy, majorities are allowed to commit the most egregious crimes against the minority. History holds an endless number of examples of that very thing happening. Nazi Germany is the perfect example. It's the most glaring example. The one we promised to never forget. And yet, it seems, many have forgotten, don't believe, or have never been taught. It is odd that when some speak of democracy, the very idea of fairness and freedom is invoked. But luckily for us, our Constitution was not formed with democracy in mind. We are a republic, founded on the ideal of liberty. We are free because we are born, a gift given by our Creator that can never be taken by government. Our inherent rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are endowed by our Creator. America's government was created to facilitate our rights, nothing more. The word democracy cannot even be found in any of our founding documents, not one. And when we look for examples of what our founders really felt about democracy, it is painfully obvious that they didn't look upon it highly. Alexander Hamilton, New York delegate, said, "We are now forming a republican government. Real liberty is neither found in despotism, nor the extremes of democracy, but in moderate governments. If we incline too much to democracy, we shall soon shoot into a monarchy." End quote. John Adams said, quote, "Democracy will envy all, contend with all, endeavor to pull down all, and when by chance it happens to get the upper hand for a short time, it will be revengeful, bloody, and cruel." End quote. Additionally, he stated, quote, "Remember, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There never was a democracy yet that did not commit suicide." End quote. Edmund Randolph, Virginia delegate, said, "The general object was to provide for the cure for the evils that were unleashed on the country, that having traced these evils back to their origin, every man had found them to be in the turbulence and follies of democracy." End quote. Thomas Jefferson is quoted as saying, "A democracy is nothing more than mob rule where 51% of the people may take away the rights of the other 49. And Benjamin Franklin is quoted as saying, quote, "Democracy is two wolves and a lamb voting on what to have for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote." End quote. It is clear that our forefathers knew of the dangers of democracy. They were worried about it. Democracy was an option. They discussed all of their options and chose against it. The Bible's very first conflict was over free choice. Satan wanted to command all for the good of all. Jesus rebuked him. Our sins were cleansed by the crucifixion of Jesus. He knew mistakes would be made because we are given free will. Jesus won. That is the foundation of our republic. Our rights are God-given and can never be taken by government. Our forefathers thought long and hard. They debated for days. It was no accident. It was not the last resort. It was not a mistake. It was the best option they had, and they bestowed it upon us. When asked by a woman on the street, after our forefathers had finalized their work, forming our government, what form of government we have, Benjamin Franklin reportedly answered, quote, "A republic, madam, if we can keep it." End quote. Make no mistake, we haven't forgotten. We have been taught, and many of us do, in fact, intend to keep it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. And that now includes protecting the very word republic, because it is currently under attack, along with all of our American history.
Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me, you can't lock me down. I will not lay down my arms. Ready to be covered in scars. Cause I will always be a warrior. Late nights, get lost, hard work, the cost, can't quit, can't stop, this world all cut off, don't have time to waste, not now, need to find a way to get out, cause I'm gone, in deep, get lost in the weeds. You know it's all about the conquest, what's next? You gotta put the work in like you're obsessed. Think about what you want, what's your future? What kind of person would it take to seduce her? So what's next? Be obsessed with winning and your success. Make progress, this life is never promised. So feel blessed, live life, don't be too cautious. Trust the process. In too deep, I'll never quit. I wanna see this through, yeah, I'm all in. And I will hold my head up high. Got what it takes to fight and survive. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't stop me, you can't stop me now. Yeah, I will always be a warrior. You can't lock me, you can't lock me down. I